Hosted by Matt Rich. $1 trillion tickers. Turning data to gold. $1 trillion tickers. Watch the market unfold. $1 trillion tickers. Turning data to gold. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. Wherever you're tuning in from around the globe. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Welcome to the $1 Trillion Tickers broadcast. I'm your host, Matt Riches. It is Monday, June 1st, 2026. Yes, Q1 and Q2 are over. It is the first day of Q3. And what happened today? We are green on SPY and green on the Qs. SPY hit an all-time high today. QQQ hit an all-time high today. Micron hit an all-time high today. Nvidia had a great day. Microsoft had a good day. Dell is still running. Hewlett Packard exploded after earnings, after the market closed today. This show is for education and entertainment purposes only. Always do your own research, but you can use this show as a foundation. Before we get on the charts, let's get into the mindset with our mantra. I deserve to be healthy. I deserve to be happy. I deserve the wealth that I'm building for me and my family. Riches and freedom, they come to our hands. I am the master of all I command. My learning is limitless. My earnings are too. The more I discover, the more I can do. The stock market is a machine of design, and I have the power to make that wealth mine. I am capable. I am skilled. I am bold. Blessings on the journey as the vision unfolds. All right, let's get to some data, y'all. All right, the market gave us another record-setting session, but not every $1 trillion ticker came out green. We had strength, but we also had selectivity. We also had some good, clean, technical reactions at our levels that we gave out in the pre-market briefing today. We'll get to that later. All right, so SPY hit a new all-time high of $760.28. QQQ hit an all-time high today of $745.65. And Micron hit an all-time high today of $1,047, y'all. MU is just going parabolic. That is a massive move and another major confirmation of the AI memory and infrastructure thing. Now, let's talk about these levels, y'all. Let's not talk about the levels until I pull the charts up. Let me go through some more. So I did get into a trade today. I got into an Amazon trade at 7:30 a.m. Exited at 7:38. That's an 8-minute trade. We'll look at it when I pull up the Amazon chart. Let's see. Google was down today, down about 2%. Eli Lilly is no longer a $1 trillion ticker. Walmart is closer to 900 billion. It's definitely sold off crazy since it missed on earnings. Or since it had earnings. I can't remember if it missed or not, but it definitely sold off after earnings. All right, Dell went crazy again. All right, let's see. Let's get into Robert Greene's daily law before we get on the charts. Title: Wear the appropriate mask. Summary: Today's law is about flexibility. Robert Greene reminds us that successful people understand how to adapt to different situations. They do not reveal every intention. They do not show every emotion. And they do not allow their entire strategy to be visible. Instead, they understand the role of the moment. The role of the moment requires and... Hold on. I'm messing up. Instead, they understand the role the moment requires and adjust accordingly. The stronger approach is to remain composed, adaptable, and strategic.
For long-term investors, today's market is another reminder that leadership changes. Sometimes Nvidia leads, sometimes Micron leads, sometimes Microsoft leads, sometimes Meta pulls back. Sometimes Dell and Hewlett Packard explode after earnings. The investor who survives over time is the one who adapts to the evidence. Do not get emotionally attached to one narrative. Follow the results, follow the earnings, follow leadership, follow capital flows. For day traders, this law connects directly to execution. You cannot marry a bias. You cannot force the market to respect your opinion. Today, some levels hit beautifully. Micron hit a price discovery level within 3 pennies. And that was in price discovery lane. Price had never been up that high, and I gave you that level in the pre-market briefing. All right. Stay patient. Execution over emotion, process over prediction. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Now let's get on these charts, y'all. Okay, so let's start with SPY. So this is, let me put on a 15-minute chart. I could take out volume right now for this part of it. Okay, here we go. SPY. So here we go. So this blue line right here, this is the VWAP. And this orange line is the 9 EMA. This gray line is the 200 EMA. Okay? So the market opened up right here at 755.34. Came all the way up by 10:30. It had broke Friday's all-time high right here. Broke the pre-market high. It came right to our price discovery land level here at 759.95. And then it tested it again in the following candle. Came very close to it again, but never broke over it and closed. So that's what happened with SPY today. Very nice day, up $2, up 0.25%. Decent green day in the SPY. Okay, next up we had QQQ. Opened up right here, 737.04. Ended up breaking the all-time high here at 8:30 in the morning. Ended up breaking the pre-market high, but it didn't close over it. Once we got to 9:45, it broke and closed over the pre-market high. Then it ended up coming to our price discovery line level here at 744.80, which I gave y'all in the pre-market briefing. So yes, the pre-market briefing levels do hit, y'all. Next, we had the VIX. The VIX gapped up over the weekend. It came down, bounced on the gap early, came back, came into the gap, but came right back out. So the gap is still there. Next, we got Nvidia. Nvidia opened up here, 215.74. This is the 15-minute candle, by the way. Okay. And then you can see this is the trade that I like to make. It's a 9 crossing the VWAP to the upside. So had you taken this trade off of my setup, this would have been your entry here on this candle, because this is where it crossed. So this would have been your entry right here on this candle at 219.65. And you could have rolled it up. It did touch the 9. You could have rolled it all the way up here. You could have rolled it all day. Well, you could have rolled it to here, because this is where price closed underneath the 9. So that would have been a nice $5 move right there. So shout out to that strategy. But Nvidia had a wonderful day, up 6.2%, up $13. Shout out everybody invested in Nvidia, y'all. And everybody got those Nvidia options. Next up, we got Google. Google opened up right here at 376.23. And as you can see, these two blue dotted lines are the ORB. So Google, it stayed inside the ORB for most of the day. So it wasn't a lot of movement, just a lot of consolidation. But actually, if you look here, it was down in the pre-market, and it was down in the aftermarket on Friday. So Google been dropping, and as you can see here, this is the aftermarket as well. It's down a lot. Let's see how much it's down from the close. It's down 2% from the close, so Google is selling off, y'all. All right, next up we have Apple. Apple opened up here at 309.30. And if you want to look and see when did the 9, this orange line, cross the VWAP, that would have been on this candle. So that means this would have been your entry here, 307.81. And you could have took it all the way down to our daily level right here. So that would have been what? From 307.81, you could have took it to 305.85. Really, you could have took it all the way. You could have took it all the way down here if you caught the bottom, but this is a nice exit. All right, so Apple was down $5.75 today. It's down in the aftermarket as well. Next, we got Microsoft. So this is shaded area. This is a gap. This was a huge gap. So Microsoft is still in the gap. It opened up in the gap and it's still in the gap. But you can see right here, these blue dotted lines. This is the ORB. So just like Google, Microsoft was consolidating all day and didn't move much at all, even though it did gap up from Friday's close. So technically it was up over 2.25%, but just as far as movement throughout the day, it stayed within the ORB. Well, actually the ORB was about $7, so that's a pretty big ORB, matter of fact. But yeah, that's down in aftermarket as well. And here we go, Amazon. So this is my trade that I made today, y'all. I made this trade. I got in at 7:30 and I got out at 7:38. I'm gonna pull it up on a 1-minute chart here so you can see my entry and exit. It's actually this dotted line right here. So this is the candle that I got in, the 7:30 candle, and then this is the 7:38 candle that I exited. So I got into some puts. And yeah, that was my trade. Just a $1 move, but that's all you need when you play options, or when you trade options, I should say. So let me put on a 5-minute chart so you can see why I actually did get into this trade. So we had a cross. This is this orange line is the 9 EMA, and it crossed our VWAP here. So that's why I entered the trade. As you can see, as soon as the candle closed, I just entered here. Then I ended up exiting here. And good thing I exited because it ended up coming back to my entry. So that's why it's just a momentum play. So that was a good exit on my part. I didn't get the whole trade. I could have got another 50 cents, but I just wanted to make around $50 on that trade. I only had one contract, but yeah, 8-minute trade, made $60. So I made $60 in 8 minutes. Pretty good, pretty good. All right, next, TSM. TSM hit an all-time high today. TSM actually closed up 4.1%, up $17. I did hit an all-time high of $449.39. Had you taken my strategy here, this was the cross at 745. So this would have been the entry here at 437.72, and you could have took it and just exited at the all-time high, which would have been a $6 move. And if you held strong, you could have held it up to here. Wow. That would have been a $12 move. Them contracts are so expensive though. That's why I didn't trade it. Them contracts are hella expensive. Even the short ones. All right, next AVGO. Okay, so AVGO, it opened up here above Friday's all-time high. So it opened up at 450.12. Came down, came up, hit our price discovery line level here exactly to the penny, and then sold off. So shout out to my price discovery line, because that was price had never been up that high. Well, it had in the pre-market, but not when the market was open. And then, as you can see, this is the post-market here. And where did it go? Right to our next price discovery line. Came up above. And where is it right now? It's been finding some support right here at our price discovery line. So my price discovery line levels be hitting, y'all. They be hitting. Next up, we got Meta Platforms. Meta sold off today. Sold off hard. Meta is back at 600. And if you look in the post market, it's under 600. So Meta is struggling. But let's see. We did have a cross right here at 815. You would have been under pressure though, because it was at 613.56. It did pull back $3, but it rejected the VWAP. So had you held on to this VWAP reject, you could have took it all the way down to our level here at 605. So it would have been a tough hold for the first 30 minutes. But if you was playing the 9 and playing the VWAP as resistance, then if you had stayed in the trade, that would have been an $8 move. It would have been a tough hold, but that would have been an $8 move. And as you can see, it found very nice support at our level before breaking. Next up, we got Tesla. Tesla sold off today as well, down 4.5%. Opened up here, 427.48. Sold off. Came right down to our daily level. Bounce, rejected the VWAP. Came back. Just start consolidating around our level here before selling off again. All right. Next up, we got MU. MU went crazy. Look at this. Look at this, y'all. So MU opened up right here, $1,009. Came up, broke our first price discovery line level, broke the ORB, and came right to our next price discovery line within 3 pennies. Came up, touched it, pulled back down. Came up again, pulled back down. So if you was taking profits right there, that would have been a wonderful trade to take profits on. So man, don't sleep on my price discovery line levels, y'all. That's major examples right there. Okay, so had you got into this trade based on this 9 EMA crossing the VWAP setup, it would have been right here at 815. This would have been your entry on this candle, which would have been 1,027. Could have took it up. It didn't touch the 9. You could have took it up to the ORB, or you could have took it up to the price discovery line level. And if you just stayed in because you didn't want to get out until it broke under the 9, you would have ended up closing right here at $1,036. So you have plenty of opportunity to exit, but that would have been a $9 move if you held it the whole time. But it could have been a $19 move glad you exited up here at the level. All right, next we got Eli Lilly. Eli Lilly was down 2% on the day. But Eli Lilly, welcome to the $1 trillion ticker club. We welcome you. You takes a lot to become a $1 trillion ticker, so shout out Eli Lilly. Even though it was down today. And lastly, we got Berkshire B. Down less than 1%, down $4.19 on the day. All right, let's check out some news stories. Check this out. This is from Unusual Whales. So, Ken Griffin, who is from Citadel, he said extraordinarily high-skilled jobs are being automated by agentic AI. So I was talking to AI. I'm like, give me a little bit more information on that. And it was like, so Griffin said, agentic AI, autonomous systems handling multi-step tasks, is now automating complex finance research previously done by master's and PhD level teams over weeks or months. Griffin, once an AI skeptic, described seeing this shift as fairly depressing at a May 2026 Stanford event, noting it targets high-skilled roles rather than mid-tier white-collar work. The comment reflects broader AI productivity gains in hedge funds like Citadel, sparking debates on job displacement versus upskilling needs in quantitative finance. So then I was like, oh yeah, tell me even more about these jobs that are going to get taken. And then, so typical jobs that require advanced degrees like masters or PhDs in finance, math, physics, computer science, statistics, or related fields involving complex multi-step analytical work that agentic AI is now accelerating from weeks to months from weeks/months to hours/days, y'all. This includes deep financial research, model development, strategy formulation, and data-driven decision-making, not mid-tier white-collar tasks. So I was like, okay, give me some jobs specifically. Some of these jobs do overlap, but it says number 1, quantitative researcher. Number 2, quantitative analyst. Number 3, financial engineer / quantitative developer. Number 4, portfolio construction / optimization specialist. Number 5, machine learning / AI researcher. Number 6, risk modeler. Number 7, algorithmic trading strategist. Number 8, macro / systemic strategic strategist. Number 9, alternative data researcher, signal analyst. And number 10, derivatives / options pricing researcher. So a lot of those roles overlap, but those are some of the jobs that he was talking about. So it looks like whoever masters agentic AI first or learns how to use it best is from the retail will be able to really just pull money out of the market at whenever they want. So that's the goal, y'all. That's the goal. All right, next. This is from the Wall Street Journal. The S&P 500 posted one of its best 2-month runs ever. That often means more good times ahead. So from April to May 2026, the S&P was up 16%. That's the 5th best ever in the history of the market. So I hope you're invested, and I hope you enjoyed your account going up these past couple months. Next, Berkshire Hathaway has agreed to buy home builder Taylor Morrison Home Corp for $6.8 billion in cash. Y'all. Berkshire making that acquisition, y'all. All right, next, Google just announced an $80 billion capital raise to build AI infrastructure. And Berkshire, who we just talked about previously, is writing a $10 billion check to get in, y'all. Who else is going to invest? We know Berkshire put up $10 billion. Oh, yeah. Talking about these Hewlett Packard earnings. Let me show you right here, y'all. This thing went parabolic. Look, beat on earnings by 47.7%, beat on revenue by 9.1%. And as you can see, look at this candle, y'all. This candle is a 36% candle. Oh my God, that is insane. Okay, at the high, it was up 47% from the close. Oh, my fault. This is the close right here. At the high, it was up 39.25%. Right now, it's up 27%. So, shout out to everybody invested in Hewlett Packard, y'all. That thing ran up crazy. All right, next. Robinhood just closed its acquisition of WonderFi and has entered Canada and surpasses $1 million international funded customers. That just happened today, y'all. This was an all cash consideration valued at a total equity value of approximately 250 million Canadian or 180 million US. The acquisition marks Robinhood's entry into the Canadian market as part of the company's broader international expansion efforts. With this acquisition, Robinhood now has over 1 million international funded customers. WonderFi's investment dealer license allows Robinhood to operate a regulated crypto platform in Canada with flexibility to increase our offerings in the region subject to regulatory approval. WonderFi customers, including BitBuy and CoinSquare, will migrate to Robinhood's Canadian crypto platform in phases over the coming months, with the first customers moving immediately after the close. Okay, Robinhood, okay, we see you. It was down today, though. It had ran up on Friday. Let me see. Yeah, Robinhood was down 3.7% today after being up 11% on Friday. Dang, that thing's swinging everywhere. But look, it came right down to the 200 EMA though on the opening candle. Yeah, the 200 EMA on a 15-minute is dynamic resistance or support, yo. So all these companies hit a 52-week high at some point today. I'm not going to read all these. I'll just read some of them that you might know. Micron, AVGO, CrowdStrike, Goldman Sachs, Nebius, Hewlett Packard, ARM Holdings, IBM, Marvell, Dell, Snowflake, Palo Alto Networks, Zoom, Twilio, Cadence, MGM Resorts, Riot, Datadog, Applied Materials, Morgan Stanley, Interactive Brokers. Yes, BlackBerry, Madison Square Garden. Oops. Did I just hit the wrong button? Sure did. Let me go back to the bookmarks. There we go. Next, Apple readies iOS 27 service that will let users split bills for dinners, events, by taking a photo of the receipt and assigning items to friends. This will be a part of Apple Wallet and Cash, taking on Venmo and Splitwise. Okay. take a picture of the receipt and assign items to friends. So you ain't got to split the bill at the restaurant. We'll split it after I take a picture of the receipt. Shout out Apple for that. That's cool. That'll save time at the restaurant too. You can just leave and let somebody else have a seat. All right, June is going to be a busy month for financial events. Today and tomorrow, we got Jensen Huang of Nvidia. He's still in Taipei. On Wednesday, we got AVGO earnings. We got employment data coming out. We got Apple's event next week, WWDC 2026. We got CPI coming out next week. Got PPI as well. We got SpaceX targeting its listing for the NASDAQ on the 12th. We got the new Fed chair, Kevin Warsh, first press conference on the 17th. The market will be closed for Juneteenth. And then we got Micron earnings. Wait a minute. What the heck? Am I tripping? Why does it say 05? It should say 06, right? Hold on, y'all. Hold on. No, MU has earnings on the 24th. So whoever made this image has May on here, and it's supposed to be June. I just caught that. So the dates are correct. It's just June instead of May. So stock market news. I'm gonna need you to double check all your image creations because I just caught a flaw on it. All right, next up. So Jensen, he was talking today, so that was correct. That's supposed to be all June stock market news, not May. But here's Jensen on stage talking. Here we go.
Here it is. Nvidia's RTX Spark laptops. Microsoft and Nvidia meticulously optimized everything so that this computer literally runs everything the world has ever created, plus it now runs agents. This is an incredible computer. The number of partners that are so excited to bring RTX Spark to the market is just incredible. You know, this is the first across the lineup of PC reinvention for 40 years. Everybody will support RTX Spark and will be building incredibly smart and powerful and beautiful laptops with all of us. Here it is, NVIDIA's RTX Spark.
So that's why Nvidia and Microsoft was running today. They collabo on y'all. Collaboration over competition, y'all. Next up, Anthropic files to go public, y'all. So Anthropic will be the first of the super IPOs this year, y'all. Anthropic. All right. That's about it, y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in to the show. Shout out to everybody on YouTube Live. We getting to this money, y'all. We getting to this money. Market Mondays coming on at 5. Trapping Tuesdays tomorrow. Thank y'all for tuning in. Trillion Dollar Tickers. I'm your host, Matt Riches. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom. Peace, blessings, financial freedom.